Stop doing this immediately if you want to be happy. You see, toxic and manipulative people aren't just external entities. They seep into your mind and distort your thoughts, pulling you away from your true path. I control my response to every situation. These words aren't just an ideal, they're a powerful tool. When you realize that it's your response, not the provocations of others, that determines your peace, you become resilient. Your serenity, your happiness, are yours to defend. I want you to pause right now and comment, "I control my response to every situation," below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If you anchor yourself in this wisdom, no manipulative force can steer you off course. You hold the compass. You command the ship. Let's embark on recognizing those signs that alert us to danger and arm ourselves with the wisdom to rise above. Sign 1. The Controlling Narrator. The first sign of a truly toxic and manipulative person is the controlling narrator. Imagine this: a master puppeteer, except strings tug not at your limbs, but at your very thoughts. This is the individual who weaves a narrative around you so tightly that you begin questioning your own reality. Consider Epictetus, who taught that we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. The controlling narrator preys on this choice, framing every situation to spotlight you as the villain in your own life story. They twist facts so effortlessly, you'll find yourself apologizing for things you never did. Have you ever felt compelled to explain yourself constantly, like you're on trial, pleading innocence for crimes uncommitted? That's the weight of their narrative squeezing your autonomy into submission. Picture yourself at work, accused of undermining a colleague. The accuser subtly distorts past interactions, slipping in deceit under the guise of concern, while you scramble to prove a loyalty that should never be questioned. To break free, echo Seneca's wisdom. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Don't suffer the narrative inflicted by others. Reclaim your script. Challenge their distortive tales with the clarity of your truth. Arm yourself with self-awareness and discernment. Remember, you are not the story others fabricate. You are an author of your own life. Sign 2. Master of Guilt Trips. The master of guilt trips manipulates through subtlety and silence. Picture a puppeteer, invisible strings weaving through your day-to-day interactions, directing you to dance to the tune of unwarranted apologies and relentless justification. Have you ever felt the icy grip of undeserved guilt, pulling you away from your own path, inch by inch? This coercive art form works because it feeds on our natural inclination to seek harmony and approval. It's amplified in environments where you're emotionally invested: work, family, friendships. Imagine a friend who constantly reminds you of past assistance they've rendered just as you're about to refuse a favor. Or a partner who doles out the silent treatment, forcing you to examine your actions through a flawed and biased lens. Epictetus encapsulates this perfectly. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The key to breaking free is in realizing that you aren't on a stage designed by these guilt artisans. The power lies in your hands, not theirs. Reclaim your emotional sovereignty. Stand firm in your values and recognize when you're being drawn into an unjustified guilt spiral. Respond to these attempts with calm resolve, knowing that their perception is not your truth. In the next encounter with guilt trippers, remember, they count on your silence and compliance. Use your voice. Wield it with integrity and conviction. Don't be the marionette of their narrative. You are the master of your emotional fate. Sign 3. The Consistent Victim Card. Stop doing this immediately if you want to be happy. playing the consistent victim card. I control my response to every situation. I want you to pause right now and comment, I control my response to every situation, below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Now, let's delve into recognizing the detrimental pattern of individuals who embrace victimhood as if it's a comforting blanket. This is sign 3, the consistent victim card. Picture this: a colleague who habitually narrates tales of being wronged, always highlighting how circumstances perpetually conspire against them. They wear the mask of the victim with such grace and familiarity that it has almost become their identity. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." This wisdom should resonate deeply with you. Those who wield the victim card attempt to pull you into their whirlpool of self-pity, seeking validation by perpetually exposing wounds that are often self-inflicted or exaggerated. Imagine being in a workplace where one team member attributes every failure to an allegedly unsupportive boss. They pour their grievances upon you, whether you ask for the story or not, insinuating that the world has wronged them time and again. And yet, are they merely victims of external factors, or could they be architects of their own misfortunes? Look to Seneca, who advised, "The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable." Anchoring your existence to perceived injustices stifles your growth and potential, as well as the atmosphere for those around you. Recognize this trait in others and in yourself, for self-awareness is the fortress against manipulation. Refuse to cower under this guise of false helplessness. You are not at the mercy of anyone's iteration of events. As you navigate your encounters, sharpen your perception to distinguish genuine need from manipulative sorrow. Challenge the narrative with quiet strength, not aggression. Stand firm in knowing your composure, your power is intact. Sign 4. Unending drama creator. You are about to fall into a trap if you dismiss the presence of constant drama creators in your circle. I control my response to every situation. I want you to pause right now and comment, I control my response to every situation, below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. These drama creators weave a web of chaos and tension, drawing you in without you even realizing it. They thrive on conflict, pulling stories from thin air, magnifying trivial matters into monumental crises. Remember how Epictetus taught us, we are disturbed not by things, but by the view which we take of them. These masters of manipulation fixate on the drama, not the solution, hoping their storm becomes contagious. Picture a modern-day office where a colleague turns every project into a high-stakes disaster saga. It's as if they're scripting an ongoing play, casting themselves as the tormented hero. Each email is fraught with ostensible betrayal, every meeting a potential verdict. You find yourself dragged into their narrative, losing focus on your own pursuits. Now, consider a moment from Roman history. Marcus Aurelius, amidst the throes of war and betrayal, maintained his tranquility and focus. He viewed the tumult around him as irrelevant if it didn't resonate with his inner peace. Confronting drama creators requires channeling a similar unshakable mindset. You cannot always control their stories, only your involvement in them. Ask yourself, does your engagement with this endless upheaval serve a purpose, or are you merely adding fuel to the fire? The noise these dramatists generate can drown out clarity and purpose if you're not careful. Such energy vampires leave you drained, straying further from the path of your own values and goals. Rhetorical question: do you possess the strength to break free from these narrative chains and return to your core principles? Your opportunity is not just to identify these drama creators, but to refuse them the satisfaction of your complicity. Reaffirm your intention for peace with each encounter. Embrace the wisdom of Seneca, who knew that difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Choose to be strengthened, not worn down, by these trials. Turn on your inner vigilance and let peace, not panic, dictate your responses. Sign 5. Expert Gaslighter. If you don't recognize this behavior, it might control your life. We're diving into a realm where perception twists and reality blurs. Expert gaslighters. These aren't your everyday manipulators. These are the artists of deceit, masking their mischief behind a veil of normalcy, a facade so convincing that you begin to question your own reality. I control my response to every situation. This is your beacon, an unyielding reminder that your reality is not theirs to twist. Now, I want you to pause right now and comment, "I control my response to every situation," below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. In the icy grasp of a gaslighter, you may find yourself doubting your senses, mistrusting your intuition. But let's draw inspiration from Marcus Aurelius. He said, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it." Interpret this wisely. Your perception is your power. Picture yourself in a workplace, collaborating with a colleague who subtly convinces you that your ideas are insignificant, your contributions unworthy. Each encounter is a sleight of hand, reversing accountability and reframing facts until you stand on a shakier ground. This doubt is their masterpiece. Yet, even here, your mind remains the ultimate canvas. Our ancient guide Epictetus taught that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is your toolkit against the sly mechanics of the gaslighter. Arm yourself with discernment. Trust the inner compass that guides you, unspoiled by the shadows of deception. Examine their words as the craftsmen of illusion ply them. Notice their patterns: denial, contradiction, and blame. These are not your truths to carry. Strengthen your mental fortifications with a stoic resolve to remain steadfast in your understanding of reality. Recognize the tendrils of manipulation not just to confront them, but to transcend beyond them. In recalibrating your awareness, the gaslighting loses its potency. You, the bearer of objectivity, become impervious to the sway of these emotional saboteurs. Sign 6. Boundary Bulldozer. Now, let's delve into a more ruthless territory, where the toxic individual in your life doesn't just play with your perceptions, but actively crushes your boundaries. If you don't protect these barriers, they will not only be crossed, but obliterated. And your peace, your autonomy, will evaporate. Picture a boundary bulldozer, not of steel and might, but of manipulation and emotional coercion. They won't knock, won't ask. They intrude with the brazen certainty that your space is theirs to roam. Do you feel this presence in your life? It silently erodes your sense of self, turning what should be sacred into common ground. Marcus Aurelius once reflected, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." But isn't it fitting to say here, the soul becomes scarred by what it endures? Stand firm, my friends, because the bull does not dance. It charges. It does not respect your barriers because they are a challenge, not a boundary. Imagine you have a garden fence, a simple boundary that declares, "This is my sanctuary." The boundary bulldozer sees not the serene garden, but the sculptor's clay, a thing to mold to its preferences. They persist, whether through guilt trips, sulks, or relentless pressure, until your no becomes a maybe, and a maybe becomes a yes. This is a slow, imperceptible shift, but one as powerful as an avalanche. A relationship isn't a battlefield. But when it feels like one, it's not a testament to the strength you find in fighting. It's a sign of the imbalance inherent in allowing such a one-sided breach of boundaries. Seneca taught to associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Recognize those who uplift and challenge you to build stronger fences, and appreciate them. In this tumult, remember to apply solar plexus strength, not muscular, but the internal fortitude to say, this far, no further. Understand deeply what serves you and what doesn't. Your boundaries must be honored first by you before others will acknowledge them. It is a Herculean task to uproot a pattern of accommodation, but in doing so, you redefine the narrative you want to live, seizing back control over your sacred spaces. The path of least resistance may be alluring, but the Stoic heart knows the value of the path less taken, where your boundaries are the mountains upon which you stand, unyielding. You are the architect. Decide how your sanctuary is respected, defended, and cherished. Let every assertion serve as a testament to unshakable resolve, underpinning your life with the power of deliberate choice. In this dance of life, the true challenge lies in standing immovable against those who seek to undermine your spirit. It's through the wisdom of Seneca that we learn. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Your strength grows with each test you face, each small victory over manipulation and trials of character. As you emerge armed with clarity and wisdom, it's now your turn to push back against the toxic shadows that overstayed your welcome in your life. Picture a garden. If left unattended, weeds thrive and choke the life out of beauty. You must be the vigilant gardener, pulling these toxic invaders by their roots before they multiply. So, as you step forward from this moment, carry these lessons like a shield. Be bold in your discernment, courageous in your values, and steadfast in your resolve. Remember, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. These words of Marcus Aurelius echo through the corridors of time for a reason. They demand action. Seize this moment to fortify your existence and cultivate the garden of your soul. Listen to your inner guide, the whisper that knows what you truly need to thrive. Let not the voices of toxicity be louder than the strength you house within. Embrace this challenge with open arms and rise above it, stronger and freer. Now go and raise your citadel as a beacon of dignity and integrity, for your life is yours to claim. Until next time, stay noble, stay relentless, and remember, boundaries aren't just lines, they're lifelines. Goodbye.